The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew on News Radio WGNS with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Monday edition of the Wake Up Crew. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and here we are, ready to rock and roll again. Yep, gonna be cold. Woo!
Again.
Cold. I mean, really cold, right, meteorologist?
I'm not a meteorologist.
Oh, jeez. You're the closest thing I know to one.
Weatherman.
Dangerously cold, yes.
Dangerously cold. In the teens and maybe even lower.
Single digits.
Yeah.
With the wind chill, too.
I hate that
apparently.
worse than anything when it's single digit because you have to, make sure the water's running and all that stuff. And my son-in-law never does any of that. Of course, we're well insulated. He covers all the, vents down below the house.
So what was weird to me when me and Megan started dating is neither does her family, and they're from up north.
Yeah.
And so all they do is open their cabinet doors. That's all.
That's probably a good idea, though.
They open the cabinet doors and they say, it keeps the pipes warm enough. And I'm like, okay.
And they're from the north.
I know. But they do their pipes different up there, too. Like, their pipes are built for that, and ours are not.
Well, here at the station, if it's in the 20s and the water is not dripped, just where the pipes are, and there's a part where they're exposed, I think, on the outside. If it gets 25 degrees and you don't have the water dripping,
well,
it will freeze.
This building was built for at least $4 So I think that's probably part of the reason.
Oh, that's not true. It was a state-of-the-art facility in 1960.
Once again, $4.
It is Martin Luther King Day
Ow.
holiday, and it's Inauguration Day.
Yes, everybody's off work today, and government offices closed, and schools and all that kind of stuff. So
is it always on Martin Luther King Day? I guess it is, isn't it? It's January 20th.
No,
it's a
I didn't
Monday.
think so.
It's a one of the. It's like third Monday or fourth Monday or something.
So I thought it wasn't, and that's
because his birthday was last week, I think.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do about the flags today. I don't know. Half mast, full mast. I don't know.
I've seen states. The state of Tennessee said that the flag will be full staff for the day, and then go back to half staff.
Well, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, everybody's out of school. We don't have to worry about traffic as much today, but we're still going to have it.
Yeah. Don't try to go anywhere. Don't try to go anywhere at like 10 a.m.
Don't go to a shopping mall.
Golly, or to the don't make a dentist appointment for today or a doctor's appointment for today.
Why?
Because it's just days off school are always busy days for those offices.
I had a day off I had a day to go to the skin and allergy people last Thursday, I guess it was. And this is after the show. I mean, it's like 9:00. And from here to get to the allergist on the other side of town, it still took me 25 minutes. It's crazy.
Oh, it takes me, depending on if I'm going from my house, which is, around the station, about 10 minutes from here, to his house, because I got to go down Broad Street or Memorial, whatever way I choose to go, it's going to take me about 35 minutes. And we both live in Murfreesboro.
That's one of the things that is on How Murfreesboro Are You? I found on Facebook. It takes you a half an hour to get from the borough to the borough.
I mean, it's true. It is. It's about a 30-minute drive from my house to his house.
That's all he's going to say on that because
he's saving it for his hour.
For his hour. But I have done a lot of research today, fellas.
I haven't.
And I have an extended birthday list.
Oh, you've added birthdays.
Celebrity birthday list to go with our regular birthday list.
Nice.
More celebrities.
Did you add music?
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I was doing it at home.
Yeah.
Besides, nobody will let me touch these computers up here to do anything like that. I'm going to hand him to the person to be that if he wants to put him in. I'm not forcing him, but if he wants to put him in, he can. So, but we'll just try it for a few days. It's just a little extended.
I'm not sure which hour that this person listens in, but Lori Williams sent us...
Probably the 6 o'clock hour, just if I had to guess.
Lori Williams...
Sure 7 o'clock.
She sent in through the contact us on the website. Maybe you two guys saw it. Probably you didn't pay attention to your email.
No, we didn't look at it.
Lori Williams, she says, I am from Iowa. At night, I fall asleep listening to Coast to Coast. I enjoy waking up to the morning crew. I listen every morning while I get the kids breakfast and off to school. Just thought you might like to know someone from a different state listens and really enjoys the morning banter.
So that's what it takes. You got to be from out of state to like us.
Hey, I don't care if it's across the street. We'll take listeners anytime. So that's really nice. And sweet of her to send that to us.
I mean, somebody to take the time to do that, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And you can contact us by...
It's on the website, Wake Up Crew.
6:17, here's the weather.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A cold weather advisory remains in effect. And for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a high near 24, with the afternoon wind chills falling as low as -3. North-northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Into tonight, the chance of snow showers returns to the overnight under cloudy skies with a low around 13 degrees, with north-northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. I am weatherology meteorologist Jay Marsleg with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now, it's 9 above.
Find it at the Restore, yeah.
Welcome to the Restore. What are you looking for today?
Do you have any area rugs?
We got it. And all of our lighting is 50% off here at the Restore.
Find it at the Restore.
If you need trim or molding, come on down here to see us at the Restore.
The Habitat Restore at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today, but it may be gone tomorrow. Find it at the Restore, yeah.
Murfreesboro Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
The death of a loved one, probably one of the hardest times in their life they have to go through.
Keith Stapleton, manager of the Murfreesboro Funeral Home.
It's our job to see them through that.
Visit murfreesborofuneralhome.com.
This is Wade Hayes from Toots Restaurants. One of the things that put us on the map here in Rutherford County was our daily specials. Now you can go to our website, toots.com, and click on the Daily Specials tab to see what those are.
Hey, this is Jack Hayes. Come over to Toots Restaurants and play our cool arcade games, and while you're at it, come check out our menus.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
All right, guys, it's Scott. If you're feeling tired, lacking motivation and drive, gaining weight, or noticing a loss of muscle mass, these could all be signs of low testosterone. Don't wait. Find out now. At Low T Center here in Murfreesboro on Medical Center Parkway, they make it easy to get your levels checked. And with their on-site lab, you'll get those results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not a typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone with customized therapy, or TRT, for each patient. The experts at Low T Center have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results. And most health insurance is accepted for treatment. For established patients with stable T levels, they also offer a convenient, physician-monitored, self-inject treatment plan that ships directly to your home each month without the need to come into the office for weekly visits. And at Low T Center, you can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. Yep, you can lose weight. Get back to your best. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
This is Kim Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center. You hear me on Monday mornings at 7:20 talking about how to lead a healthier lifestyle. We carry supplements, personal care, and grocery items at both our Murfreesboro and Smyrna locations, family owned and operated since 1989.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
NFL divisional playoff wins Sunday for Buffalo and Philadelphia. The Eagles in the snow defeated the Rams 28-22. Now, the Rams defense had 7 sacks. The Eagles had 5, and the Eagles had Saquon Barkley, who had 205 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Jake Elliott 3 for 3 on field goals. He did miss a couple of extra points. Philadelphia won despite only 2 receptions from A.J. Brown. The NFC Championship game is next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox TV. Washington at Philadelphia. They split their 2 regular season meetings. In the other game, Buffalo in the cold beat Baltimore 27-25. Josh Allen with 2 short touchdown runs in the second quarter. Tyler Bass kicked a 51-yard field goal early in the fourth. The Ravens missed 2 two-point passes in the second half. NBA wins at home for the Clippers in Sacramento, for Milwaukee and Oklahoma City.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
Oh, it's colder than a mother-in-law kiss.
That's right. 21 minutes after 6 o'clock. We're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. MTE's Charitable Foundation Sharing Change is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month, supporting hundreds of nonprofits. Discover more at sharingchange.org. Do you pull yours up at to the nearest dollar?
I don't, but it's always level Maybe I do. I have the levelized billing, so my electric bill is the same every month.
Yeah, I bet they probably take it out just because you levelize. There you go.
Well, I'm not sure. I think you can opt in, but it's been so I've been.
So your bill is
forever.
always the same.
Yes, there is a catch-up month, and I'm not sure which month it is.
7,800.
Well,
it's not too bad, is it?
I think it was December because my bill was like $3 more.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
They get very close. I mean, it's nice to know that your electric.
They divide it up, and they
Yes.
figure it out for you. Yeah, good idea.
Based on your energy usage, they can, decide this would be your average.
You need to keep your thermostat during this time of year at 68 degrees.
I keep mine at 67.
Well, good for you. Yeah.
I like it cold, though, at home. I don't like it cold here, but I like it cold at home.
I was going to say, why do you bellyache all the time about it?
At home, it's different. This is a place of business.
It is different here.
Well, at home, I want to be warmer because I like to wear a T-shirt and shorts.
See, I just wear my pants till I go to bed.
What do you set your temperature at?
71.
Good.
Ooh, mercy.
Man.
That's why it's always so hot at family get-togethers.
71?
Well, in the wintertime.
I did at Thanksgiving go and turn his air down because I was cooking and it was hot.
But I mean,
can you not get it straight? Why is it so cold here?
Well, like I said, at home you're sitting down watching television. You got a T-shirt and shorts on, so it's just comfortable.
You're wearing a T-shirt right now.
I'm not wearing shorts, and I'm working.
It's true.
I work up a good sweat over here.
I'm sitting behind this board. Let me move my right arm, and now let me move my left arm.
Okay, time for our song of the day.
Yes, indeedly-do. We have more winter cold songs, and since it's cold outside.
That's Foreigner.
That is.
Cold as Ice. That's a big hit.
Yep.
I don't know if it was a big hit here, but it was a big hit there. Our good neighbor of the day today is Valerie Smith and the staff at Murfreesboro Water Resources. They're today's good neighbor of the day for their awesome work, moving from their Broad Street location to Robert Rose. Got a new location, new place. And they're going to receive flowers from the Ryan's Flower Coffee and Gifts Company. That's right, right over here across the street. And News Radio WGNS.
That's our good neighbor of the day. Send in a good neighbor by texting the word neighbor to 615-893-1450 or getting to our website to send that in.
24 minutes after the hour. Stay with us.
Stones River Manor offers assured care,
It's so warm and welcoming.
independent living,
What states have you lived in?
Lived in Illinois and here. My husband worked for Quaker Oats.
assisted living,
I have my own place and I love it. The activity center has the Bible study that I like very much.
adult daycare and respite care, and specialized physical rehabilitation care.
I love the friendliness and the family attitude that they have here.
Visit them online at stonesrivermanor.com or stop by. They're near the intersection of Haynes Drive and Memorial Boulevard. Fellas,
If you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low testosterone.
Don't wait.
Get checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results with testosterone therapy, or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced personalized plans that include both lab testing and self-inject medication. Low T Center makes it easy. Shipping directly to your door. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Access Tennessee News. I'm Will Dudley. As you can feel, a dangerously cold week is underway for the state. Monday and Tuesday, highs are expected to only remain in the 20s for some areas. Forecasters say we're looking at single-digit temperatures for parts of Tennessee overnight tonight and Tuesday. Outdoor pets should be brought inside. This weather can be problematic around the home and on the road as well. Potholes are surfacing along several roadways as areas try to dry out from rain and snow and refreeze. Use caution. Both Inauguration Day and Martin Luther King Jr. Day are being observed today. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is annually observed on the third Monday of January. The observations may have an impact on your schedule. A reminder, the U.S. Postal Service is not delivering mail and post offices will be closed, but Priority Mail Express is operational. Federal employees also have a paid day off today. Banks are closed as well. Most school systems and local governments observe this day. It's suggested that you double-check the office you're visiting before you head out. More news in 30 seconds.
When you struggle with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, you get used to not feeling 100%. I thought that was how it had to be. Until I discovered the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. They told me about new medications that weren't around back when I was diagnosed. They helped me find a specialist who gave me a new treatment plan. I'm feeling better than I ever thought I could. Don't settle for not feeling your best. Take action today to take care of yourself. Spill Your Guts. Learn more at spillyourguts.org.
Artists across West Tennessee competed over the weekend for the chance to transform a building with a painted outdoor mural. The two-day event invited teams of artists to come together in Jackson and design a mural with a theme. On the final day, contestants were invited to present their ideas before a panel of judges. The winning team was awarded $11,000 to complete their mural in downtown Jackson near the Farmers Market. Will Dudley, Access Tennessee News.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's so cold, my plumber pulled his pants up.
It is indeed cold. 27 minutes after the hour here, John, Brian, and Dalton with you. And Dalton, it's time for our weekly weight check-in.
It is the Wake Up Crew Weight Loss Challenge. Hopefully those of you at home are encouraged by doing better than us.
Or depressed. I've got to admit, I got to put it confession. I remain the same, and I'm so fortunate
to have done so.
Because one night, after I was so sick of not eating carbs, I had a dozen donuts from Etman, chocolate-covered chocolate cake donuts. I went to Publix and ate 12 of them all in one day, but not in one setting, but all through the day.
I had a real bad week with work lunches, and people just wanting to go, and so that was my challenge. I did lose half a pound this week.
How do you calorie count when you've got something like a casserole or something? How does that do that?
So if I cook it, I'll keep up with it myself. If it's something I'm
just kind of guess, sort of?
The app I've got to do it, you can type in, if it's a sausage, egg and cheese casserole, you can type that in and it'll give you an estimate of what that is. And so, but if I'm cooking it, I'll keep up with the calories myself.
Yeah.
So, but like, it was one person wanted to go get tacos and so it was just not my strongest week. But I did lose half a pound this week, bringing my total to 7. So I have total lost 7 pounds.
Now, was that before the subtraction of your Carhartt coat?
No, it was not. I did not subtract. That was not, no subtraction.
He kind of did it wrong this week. He probably has lost a little more than that, really.
Maybe so. But I weighed up here today, because my scale is here.
Yeah.
And now let's ask the most competitive man in the history of mankind. What did you do? How did you do?
I lost 2.5 pounds this week.
Oh, that's a total of 5.5?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Good for you. All right. Well,
my app thing says that if I lose a couple of pounds a week, I will hit my goal sometime, July of 2029.
Yeah.
No, but it does suggest that a couple of pounds a week is not don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
I think a couple pounds
calories.
a week. If you're doing 1,600 calories, that's what you should expect. A couple pounds a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not going to be quick, but we'll see.
Yep. And that's what I'm taking. What I'm trying to do is take like one day and keep my calories real low. Just to eat mainly protein, that kind of stuff.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes, indeed.
It's time for Today in History.
When you turn to Turner Security, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door. Turn to Turner Security.
Your good neighbor station, WGNS.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
I'm Brian Barrett.
Ask what you can do for your country.
I'm John Dinkins.
I have a dream.
This is Dalton Barrett.
Tear down this wall.
In 1930, the first radio broadcast of The Lone Ranger. That's from Radio WXYZ in Detroit.
That's a great set of call letters.
Isn't it, though?
WXYZ is great.
1937, the first U.S. presidential inauguration day is held on January 20th. It was previously March 4th. In 1949, J. Edgar Hoover gives Shirley Temple a tear gas fountain pen. Wow, I'd like to have one of those.
What a gift.
In 1964, Meet the Beatles albums released in the United States.
She wouldn't dance with another. I saw her standing there.
In 1971, the single What's Going On by Marvin Gaye about police brutality is released.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on?
In 1998, Dawson's Creek, created by Kevin Williamson, starring James Vanderbeek, Katie Holmes, and Josh Jackson, premieres on the WB in the U.S. And 2006, TV musical High School Musical, released starring Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. That's becomes Disney Channel's most successful TV movie. They made, what, 3 of them? And a TV series.
Well, they made 2 that were on TV, and then the third one was a theatrical movie.
Yeah, and then a television series, I think.
And then it's a Broadway show, too, I think.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. In 2000, that's what I feel about you guys. 2008, Breaking Bad, created by Vince Gilligan and starring Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, premieres on AMC. That's the most watched show ever on AMC, besides Mad Men. And what's the other one?
Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Let's look at Today in History. Coming up, it's Brandon Brooks with Rewind. We're going to have more of the Wake Up Crew. We'll talk about weight loss if you want to. Whatever you want to talk about here at...
This is CBS Rewind. January 20th, 1973.
You walked into the party.
Carly Simon at the top of the singles chart for a third and last week with You're So Vain. And January 20th, 1986. Bob Dylan and Stevie Wonder performing together at the Kennedy Center at a concert to celebrate the first Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'm Brandon Brooks, and that's Rewind.
And now, a Progressive ad brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. With Progressive, this has been a Progressive ad from Progressive. See if you could save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or Progressive.com.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A cold weather advisory remains in effect. And for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a high near 24, with the afternoon wind chills falling as low as -3. North-northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Into tonight, the chance of snow showers returns to the overnight under cloudy skies with a low around 13 degrees, with north-northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. I am weatherology meteorologist Jay Marslick with your Wake Up Crew forecast.
Right now, it's 9 above.
Good morning. Wrapping up a couple of wrecks we had out here a little bit earlier. It's trying to pick up in a couple of spots. Really not too bad at the moment like it normally would be this time of the morning with that volume on. 24 westbound up through the Antioch area coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. A lot of folks will have the day off today being a holiday, but watch for radar out here on I-40 through the Mount Juliet area. Hey, whether you need a new roof repair, roof inspection, call Independent Roofing Specialists. Just check them out at irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by AmeriCare Pest Control and the law offices of John Day.
I've got pets.
AmeriCare Services Incorporated, family owned and operated. For residential and commercial customers, we offer a full range of services. Our services include one-time, monthly, and quarterly pest control, termite control, moisture and fungus control, automatic foundation vents, and more. Licensed, insured, and bonded for your protection. 893-7111.
All the best of the best to get rid of your pets.
AmeriCare Services Incorporated.
Now let's check those WGNS Good Neighbor events. The Red Cross is still critically low on blood, and your gift of blood is critically needed. Phone the Red Cross at 800-RED-CROSS and make an appointment to give blood at a time that fits your schedule. please give the gift of life. And also this weekend, the Lineball Library partners with Autism Tennessee. Learn more about autism, 10 o'clock Saturday morning at the Lineball Public Library. That's at 105 West Vine in Uptown Murfreesboro. That's 10 o'clock this Saturday morning. Well, the Polar Bear Plunge is coming up. It's not this weekend, but the one after this, Saturday, February the 1st. It's over at Sportscom. It starts at 8 that morning. For more information, check with the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department. When you need it, there's nothing like the Grief Support Group. And they meet for free every Wednesday at the St. Clair Street Senior Center. That's 10 o'clock Wednesday mornings. And the St. Clair Center is at 325 St. Clair Street. From News Radio WGNS, those are Good Neighbor events.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
Here's Dr. Craig McCabe at McCabe Vision Center.
We have treatments for the skin of your face. So not only do we want you to see young, we want you to look younger too and get rid of a lot of that sun damage.
Dr. Craig McCabe, the eye doctor you hear on the radio.
Maybe you've got dark spots, acne, rosacea, even wrinkles. We can now treat.
McCabe Vision Center on Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial, behind SunTrust Bank.
At Middle Point Landfill, we strive to serve our neighbors.
This county is willing to put themselves out there and take some new initiatives.
Mike Clausen, General Manager of the Middle Point Landfill.
We want to transform Middle Point into a sustainability campus where we are building recycling facilities. We're building cutting-edge diversion facilities.
Middle Point values its relationship with you, which is why we never tire of serving our neighbors throughout Rutherford County.
Learn more at middlepointlandfill.com. The food's delicious at Adams Place.
Well, I'm afraid the food is too good. I have a problem turning down the desserts.
Alan Butcher at Adams Place.
But the food is wonderful. Danny and all the cooks and the servers back there are just wonderful to us. We have plenty to eat.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111.
Adams Place on Memorial across from Walmart.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's time for the dad joke of the day. Oh, nice guy.
21 before the hour. You can go to WGNSradio.com/listen to see where to hear your favorite WGNS shows live and on demand, and even watch on Big G TV. That's WGNSradio.com/listen. Brian, Dalton is back for the Monday dad joke of the day, and he's done okay while you've been gone. So thumbs up, thumbs down from you is what we're looking for today.
From both of us, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wow.
Just making sure you weren't because last week you remember I just voted.
Yeah. I don't want to
Just
do
make
that
sure we're
to
back
you.
to-
It's so much pressure.
Yeah,
he gets
it
so
is.
ugly about it.
He does. He's so mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you call a hippie's wife?
I don't know what.
Mrs. Hippie.
Ready?
Oh, you guys have no sense of humor.
That was one of
you both laughed.
the worst. We were laughing at
so
each
bad.
other.
We were so
laughing.
bad. It made me laugh.
Because we knew what was about to happen.
Some dad jokes are supposed to be
we
that
knew
way.
he was going down, and we couldn't help
It was
him.
brutal.
6:41.
CBS News special report. Breaking news from Washington. President Biden has just issued a last round of pardons, and the names are familiar. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
They include Dr. Anthony Fauci and former Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley. President Biden called them dedicated, selfless public servants who are subjected, he said, to ongoing threats and intimidated for faithfully discharging their duties. Some, he says, have even been threatened with criminal prosecutions. That includes members of a select committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
President-elect Trump will be sworn in the Capitol Rotunda at noon Eastern, where rioters roamed free that day. Former Joint Chiefs Chair Milley called Mr. Trump a fascist and called out his conduct around the insurrection. Dr. Fauci raised Mr. Trump's ire when he refused to back unfounded claims about COVID. Many Trump supporters blame Fauci for infringing on their rights. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
The Murfreesboro Community Investment Trust Committee on Contributions is meeting Tuesday at 1:30 in the Municipal Airport Business Center Community Room. The committee will discuss fiscal recommendations, grant evaluations, and updates on the trust fund balance, which stood at approximately $66 million as of November 2024. The trust was established in 2021 from the $245 million sale of Murfreesboro Electric Department to Middle Tennessee Electric Cooperative. Annual distributions capped at 5% of the trust value fund city projects and charitable contributions. Eligible nonprofits serving Murfreesboro can apply for grants up to $65,000 during the October application window, with recipients announced in March. More details are available at murfreesborotn.gov. And with ice and extreme cold forecast for Middle Tennessee, AAA urges caution for motorists facing potentially hazardous travel conditions. AAA spokesperson Megan Cooper advises stay home if conditions deteriorate, and if you must drive, ensure a full gas tank, reduce speed, and avoid closed roads. Drivers are encouraged to prepare for winter travel by clearing all snow and ice from vehicles, checking batteries, tires, and wiper blades, packing emergency kits with essentials like blankets, water, snacks, and flashlights. On the road, maintain extended following distances, avoid braking on icy patches, and stay aware of slippery bridges and intersections. Should you become stranded, remain in your vehicle and periodically run the engine for warmth while ensuring the exhaust pipe is clear of snow. For electric vehicle drivers, preheating while connected to a charger and planning charging stops is essential to counteract reduced battery range in cold weather. Stay updated on the latest weather conditions at WGNSradio.com. That's all for now. I'm Dalton Barrett, and I'll talk to you later.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Novatech, Middle Tennessee's local office technology and document solutions expert, reflects the additional managed IT and print services now available to area businesses. Visit Novatech.net. Novatech provides businesses with a predictable experience at a predictable expense. Novatech offers free cost analysis so you may easily choose the exact solutions to meet your needs within your budget. Visit Novatech.net. That's Novatech.net.
At Heritage South Community Credit Union, you won't find crazy promotions with pages of requirements. You won't find endless phone trees with computer voices. You won't find an out-of-state bank focused on turning a profit. Instead, we help when others won't. We've been doing that for our community since we started in a pencil factory in Shelbyville almost 70 years ago. If you're tired of big banks, it's time to try your local community credit union. Visit heritagesouth.org to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
Do you have pieces of jewelry that you feel like you don't wear anymore? The biggest struggle somebody has when they inherit a piece of jewelry is that they love the sentiment, but it's not necessarily in style or their style. We can reset stones, melt down gold, and you would enjoy wearing knowing that this gold and these diamonds came from your loved one. Come see us at Bell Jewelers, 821 Northwest Broad Street, across from Toots.
Hi, I'm Larry Castelli, and I love living at Adams Place. I do exercise. I go 3 times a week. I go to stretch and balance, always conscious of your needs. It's not that someone is telling you what to do, it's they're looking out for you. It's a good workout.
And what about the food?
Oh, give me a break. There's so much food here. I would highly recommend Adams Place.
Renewable natural gas is an incredible resource with the ability to power your home and lifestyle. At Middle Point, we've broken ground on a state-of-the-art facility that will capture natural gas on-site and repurpose it into sustainable pipeline-quality gas.
Once operational, this facility will produce enough energy to heat 40,000 homes per year.
Learn more about this at middlepointlandfill.com. For public services, we are sustainability in action.
Man on the Street Newsmakers, brought to you by Old National Bank in Murfreesboro.
Get old. Old National Bank, that is. Old National Bank has the experience and service you need to buy a home, make investments, even online and mobile banking. Old National Bank is in the borough on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Old National Bank at 2230 Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard, which used to be Mercury Boulevard.
Visit us and enjoy warm, homemade cookies at Old National Bank.
Old National Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
How important is end-of-life planning?
I think the biggest thing is don't be afraid to talk to your loved ones about the end of life and the planning. Go ahead and have that conversation now, and then find someone to help you with that.
Should you continue to review and make changes in your estate plan?
Yes, that's one of the most important things is just once you've got it done and in place, continue to review it, continue to update things, whether it's passwords like we talked about with an inventory list, or whether it's changes in life like a new marriage or a new grandchild. I think you should look at those and make sure that your wishes are going to be carried out. It's hard to encourage people to talk about death, right? Because that means that you're going to lose control, right, with the power of attorney.
And that's why it's so important that we encourage our loved ones to make that decision and have that conversation while they're mentally able to have those conversations, because you don't want to wait until they're diagnosed stage 7 of Alzheimer's, wherein they're deemed mentally incompetent or you know, there's a gray area there. That's where it gets really, really scary.
Go ahead and have that conversation now, and then find someone to help you with that. Once you've got it done and in place, continue to review it, continue to update things.
Information you need on end-of-life planning.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
This kind of cold will freeze the hinges right off the gates of hell.
6:48 here on the Wake Up Crew. We've got the CBS Entertainment Report with Matt Wolf coming up, and we'll be checking the forecast in just a few minutes as well. Some unfortunate deaths to report. Bob Uecker passed away, and of course he was called Mr. Baseball, catcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, announcer for the Milwaukee Brewers, played for the Braves. Just a great comedian and a true loss in the world of entertainment and in baseball. So David Lynch also passed away.
I saw that.
I know that really touches home with you because you're really a big David Lynch fan.
Yeah, he hasn't. I didn't realize he was as old as he was. I didn't know he was 78, but he was.
Lung cancer, I believe,
I think
or
something.
emphysema.
I mean, he was a chain smoker for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
an unusual guy though.
Time to go back and rewatch Twin Peaks, I guess. So
he was an unusual guy, wasn't he?
Very much so. Yeah.
Bob Uecker, he passed away of cancer as well. So. I didn't know that he had been sick. And David Lynch's birthday is tomorrow, by the way.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I guess.
Almost made it to 79.
It's almost.
Yeah, Bob Uecker, I think he did some games last baseball season, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he did home games.
I think that's right. Yeah.
And they saw him when they lost their playoff game. He went into the locker room. And they started tearing up, some of the players, because they knew that was going to be the last time probably that they would see him. So he must have been in pretty bad shape by that time. So
very funny guy. He was on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson quite a bit.
25, 30, 40 times, I think.
Yeah.
He was always great. And they set him up with a punchline, you know.
Yeah.
So
what was it? He also did commercials that kind of put him on the map too, didn't he?
Beer commercials. Yeah, they were real funny. One joke that he said, which always caught my eye, he goes, "It's the bottom of the ninth, the bases are loaded, they're 2 out, and I'm up at the plate, And I look over in the dugout, and everybody, all my teammates are in their street clothes, ready to go home. So anyway, it's time to do some birthdays, and like we said, we'll talk about David Lynch's tomorrow, but it's celebrity birthday time.
It's birthday time, 'cause it's birthday time. What a day for celebrating. There'll be songs and gifts and some happy congregating. This is birthday time with your friends and your relations. It's a time for joy and happy celebrations. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I am a remiss. David Lynch's birthday's today. Okay.
He passed away Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. That's right.
Last Thursday.
And so, anyway, he would have been 79. And Street Ulrich is an actor. He's 54 today. He was in the Scream movie, the first one.
Okay.
He was the killer in the first one.
He was the Scream.
Yeah. Buzz Aldrin is 94 today. You know Buzz Aldrin?
Buzz
Astronaut?
Aldrin, second man on the moon.
Yeah. Which he says now he wasn't, or whatever. Rainn
He's
Wilson.
like a raging conspiracy theorist now.
Yeah. Is it Rainn Wilson? Is it Rainn?
Yes.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
From The Office, who's really not done a whole lot since The Office, but he was in a couple of movies.
He's got a lot of bit parts.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he also doesn't have to do anything if he doesn't want to.
Brian, you ought to know this guy, Paul Stanley. He's 72 today.
The Stanley Cup?
No, Paul Stanley, a member of KISS.
Oh,
the group. And Stacey Dash. Do you know who Stacey Dash is? 57. She was in Clueless. She's 57. But,
I was clueless that she was in that movie.
But she was like in her 40s or something when she was playing a teenager. Some weird thing. It's about, that movie's what, 25 years old?
Probably,
20?
yeah.
And she was like in her late 30s when she played a teenager.
Interesting.
It's amazing. All right. Those are the extra birthdays that I've added. So
I
that's
was
why
really
needed,
confused for a minute. But
I know
now
it scared you, didn't it? Did it scare you?
Yeah, because that's usually.
I could have done it at the
That
end.
usually means you're reading the wrong sheet.
I could have done it at the end, but I know, isn't it funny? It made him think. He looked confused. All right, so January 20th birthdays that we normally do. I just was adding some.
I love
it. Trying to be more informative on this show.
Yeah.
We got people from Iowa listening to us, buddy.
You should just refuse to do the rest of the birthdays.
I know. I'm kind of mad now. George Burns, born in 1896, American actor, comedian, and singer. More comedian than anything. He was in Burns and Allen, the old show in the 50s on TV. In 1900, Colin Clive, British actor. He played Dr. Frankenstein in Frankenstein. It's alive! It's alive!
That's pretty good.
If you know Colin Clive, that's exactly how it sounded, just like him.
And if you don't, it also sounded exactly like him.
In 1920, DeForest Kelley played in Star Trek, Dr. Bones.
The Final Frontier.
In 1956, Bill Maher, American comedian and political commentator. And in 1965, John Michael Montgomery, American country music singer, born in Danville, Kentucky. And today's birthdays: Phyllis McCrary, Jeff Tenpenny, Nicole Bird, Elizabeth Bazell, John Pidman, and Aaron Poole. Yesterday, we had Jeff Holloway, Marshall Upton, Susan Russell, Melissa Burks, and Andrea Thompson. Happy birthday from WGNS.
If you want to add to our list, call or text in now, 615-893-1450, Slick Pig Barbecue Birthday Club.
Well, today is National DJ Day, so if you know a DJ, go ahead and give them a shout out.
I don't know any good ones.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A cold weather advisory remains in effect, and for today we'll see lots of sunshine with a high near 24, with the afternoon wind chills falling as low as -3. North-northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Into tonight, the chance of snow showers returns to the overnight under cloudy skies with a low around 13 degrees, with north-northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. I am weatherology meteorologist Jay Marslick with your Wake Up Crew forecast.
Right now, it's 9 above.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE Sharing Change is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support hundreds of local nonprofits. Find out more at sharingchange.org.
Good morning. We have seen a couple of fender benders out here up to this point. Traffic volume lighter than it normally would be. It would probably be really heavy right now if it was a normal day on 24 up through the Antioch area coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. However, there's still some radar in parts of Rutherford County, also in Wilson County as well, the Mount Juliet area. Princess Hot Chicken has that live entertainment every Wednesday night from 6 to 9. Check out their menu today at princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Need a new set of tires? Head to Tire World, where you can buy now, pay later. Ask your Tire World experts in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Laverne about their financing options.
Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
Get the Bridgestone affiliated retailer credit card.
Welcome to the Restore. What are you looking for today?
I'm looking for a new sofa.
We got it here at the Restore.
Find it at the Restore.
If you need trim or molding, come on down here to see us at the Restore.
We got it at the Habitat Restore.
And all of our lighting is 50% off here at the Restore.
We got it. Remember, we got it today, but it may be gone tomorrow.
The Habitat Restore at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
I am Charlotte Gardner. I've lived at Adams Place for 3 years. Everything's positive about the food. There are so many choices. There is a menu that you can pick and choose whatever you want. And people who have come here for a meal with me are really impressed at the selection.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111.
Adams Place on Memorial across from Walmart.
Now that TikTok's back, you'll get to see more of this guy.
What's your name? My name is Steve Gutenberg.
Yep, he was a huge star back in the 80s, but thanks to his help during the California wildfires, Steve Gutenberg has been taking over all the social feeds.
You know, it's not often in life that you feel like you can make a difference.
That's Steve on CBS Sunday Morning. He says that spirit of aid and assist comes from his late father, Stanley.
My dad was the greatest.
Now, Steve wrote a book about his dad called Time to Think. That's out now.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
And Dave Chappelle on Saturday Night Live over the weekend, his monologue the longest in SNL history. Almost 17 minutes. Pretty wild since he beat his own record from his 2020 appearance of just over 16 minutes. For CBS Entertainment, I'm Matt Wolf.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's so cold the chickens are lining up to get in the oven.
Wow. 6:58 here on the Wake Up Crew. And we want to congratulate Valerie Smith and the staff at Murfreesboro Water Resources. They're today's Good Neighbor of the Day for their awesome work moving from their Broad Street location to Robert Rose. The move was fast and efficient, and the staff at Murfreesboro Water Resources will receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and the family over at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts and News Radio WGNS.
And if you'd like to nominate someone as our Good Neighbor of the Day, it's really easy. You can text the word neighbor to 615-893-1450. You can also use that same phone number to get your birthdays or anniversaries into us, or head on over to WGNSradio.com/birthdays to get them in there as well, because we're going to give away a delicious bowl of banana pudding from our good friends over at Slick Pig Barbecue coming up here on the air around 8 a.m.
Help Murfreesboro secure more state funds to improve roads, parks, and more. This is Mayor Shane McFarland asking you to complete the special census at murfreesborocensus.com. It's quick and easy. That's murfreesborocensus.com.
And Brian, what can we expect for the 7 o'clock hour?
Beats me. We'll see.
You've got 11 minutes to figure it out for sure. It's 7 o'clock. Time for the news.
Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, flagship station for MTSU Sports. Courthouse clock time, 7 o'clock.
Inauguration Day.
We begin a brand new day of American strength and prosperity.
Hostages free.
I'm happy to report that they are in stable condition.
Negotiating a TikTok deal.
We can have an app Americans can enjoy, but at the same time protects their data.
Good morning, I'm Peter King with the CBS World News Roundup. The 45th American president is about to become the 47th. In just 4 hours, Donald Trump's political comeback will be complete when he's sworn in at the Capitol as the first president since Grover Cleveland in 1893 to serve non-consecutive terms. Our team coverage begins with correspondent Nancy Cordes at the Capitol.
It's a dramatic re-entrance to presidential power. Donald Trump wading through a sea of supporters last night.
We won! We won!
And promising shock and awe today.
The American people have given us their trust, and in return, we're going to give them the best first day, the biggest first week, and the most extraordinary first 100 days.
There will be a blizzard of executive orders to reshape government hiring and firing rules, expand offshore oil drilling, and roll back Biden-era diversity initiatives. Trump is also planning a series of immigration raids in Chicago and other U.S. cities this week.
Soon we'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history, even larger than President Dwight Eisenhower, who has the record.
With temperatures in the low 20s, construction crews worked all weekend to set up a special alternate inaugural stage inside the Capitol. About 600 people can fit in the rotunda to watch Trump take the oath.
We'll just be here and make the best of it.
Alicia Puck traveled here from Wisconsin.
I was really hoping to be able to be outside and be part of that. Didn't work out, and that's okay.
Supporters shared the city with protesters this weekend, as D.C.'s new power brokers attended a string of big parties.
That's CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes. And as she mentioned, Trump's executive orders on immigration could mean the start of mass deportations as soon as today.
Audiences across the nation cheered as President-elect Trump promised to act on day one to secure the nation's borders. Immigration expert Mark Jones says Trump's plans will
make it much more difficult to seek asylum, shut down the app so you no longer can make appointments, enforce border security much more tightly.
Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
Then there's the economy and Trump's promise to impose 25% tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. Bankrate.com senior analyst Mark Hamrick.
One does wonder whether he will want to use them as essentially a bargaining chip, because once they were imposed, there is not only the fear of the economic impact occurring immediately, but then, of course, retaliation on the part of those countries which are targeted.
Trump has said he may pardon many of those charged or convicted in the Capitol insurrection today. Law professor Kim Whaley says granting clemency on Inauguration Day would send a troubling message.
Symbolically, it is really powerful to be taking the reins of the executive branch, whose job it is to faithfully execute the law, and then pardon people who engaged in a riot to prevent, through violence, the peaceful transfer of power.
In what may be his last official act before leaving the White House, President Biden has just announced that he's pardoned members of the House committee that investigated the Capitol riots, along with Dr. Anthony Fauci and retired General Mark Milley. Donald Trump has said that they may be targeted for prosecution during his second administration. A day after Hamas and Israel exchanged hostages and prisoners, the ceasefire appears to be holding in Gaza, the first phase to be followed by more exchanges. CBS's Ramy Inocencio is in Tel Aviv.
Held hostage in fear for 15 months by Hamas, now held tight in joy by their families. Romy Gonen, Doron Steinbrecher, and Emily Damari, missing 2 fingers, who must have feared they might never come home. Families and friends danced and cried, as did hundreds of Israelis watching from Hostage Square.
I'm so happy for the mothers that they got together again.
What went through your mind?
Oh my God, it's them. All the people around the world should have this joy of people coming back home alive. It is still the happiest thing that you can ever live through.
And celebrations too. In the occupied West Bank for 90 Palestinian detainees, mostly women, released in exchange. They were treating us like animals, said 18-year-old Rose Quace. Abdelaziz Atone said, I left hell and now I'm in heaven. But in the wasteland of Gaza, Annie Joy was tempered by grief for the tens of thousands killed as displaced Palestinians fanned out across the Strip, back to shattered homes.
It's 5 past the hour.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Donald Trump's promised executive orders on his first day in office include pausing the ban on TikTok.
Frankly, we have no choice. We have to save it. A lot of jobs. We don't want to give our business to China. We don't want to give our business to other people.
CBS News tech contributor Ian Scher.
It appears increasingly clear that Trump would rather a sale than a ban outright, and he's trying to push for at least half American ownership of TikTok. But of course, the reality is that this is a business, and ByteDance, which owns TikTok, says it's being targeted just because it's based in China.
There's been bipartisan support to ban it because of national security concerns. In fact, Trump signed the original order in his first term, but more recently, he said that TikTok helped him win the youth vote back in November. We know the cold weather and snow has moved the Trump inauguration and its attendees indoors. That system hit much of the Northeast.
It looks like widespread snow accumulations are upwards of 5 to 8 inches. Washington, D.C., New York City, and even up into Boston.
CBS meteorologist Nikki Nolan.
There's over 149 million under these cold weather advisories through Thursday. We got wind chill values that are as low as 55 degrees below zero.
That deep freeze is expected to hit the deep south, and forecasters say even Florida, North Florida that is, could get snow. Time on the roundup, 8 past the hour.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First and Main, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things, people.
You're up to date on the latest national and world news from CBS News Radio. Updates at the top of every hour and when it breaks. I'm Steve Kaif, and the Wake Up Crew continues now with John, Brian, and Dalton.
Back at it here for another hour of the Wake Up Crew from WGNS. I'm Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Dalton Barrett along here in just seconds. But right now we pause to check on traffic and weather together, brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun.
This is Wade Hayes from Toots Restaurants, and our family is just honored and blessed to be part of this community for 40 years.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants. After 40 years, we still got them. $6.99 daily lunch specials. Stop by Toots.com and check them out.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
Good food and fun. Toots. Good food and fun.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A cold weather advisory remains in effect. And for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a high near 24, with the afternoon wind chills falling as low as -3. North-northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Into tonight, the chance of snow showers returns to the overnight under cloudy skies with a low around 13 degrees, with north-northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. I am weatherology meteorologist Jade Marsleg with your Wake Up Crew forecast.
Right now it's 7 above.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. Old National Bank in Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Old National Bank, ready to serve you.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning in the Midtown area. They're trying to clear up a wreck 2200 block of Patterson Street. Still light out here with that traffic volume. Normally be a little bit heavier than this on 24 westbound up through the Antioch area. Coming in from Murfreesboro, it's trying to pick up certain sections of I-40, especially through the Mount Juliet area. Hey, when you need dependable towing, make sure you call STR Towing and Recovery, serving all surrounding counties here in Middle Tennessee. STRtow.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I'm a single mom, and as you can imagine, it's a fight sometimes just to get out the door. But when I need new tires or something's wrong with my car, I need to head to someone I can trust. I go to Tire World.
Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
Tire World, locally owned and operated.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
Your mission, listener, should you choose to accept it, is to listen to the Wake Up Crew. As always, John, Brian, and Dalton will usher you through the next 2 hours of news, traffic, weather, and fun. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck.
All right, welcome into the second hour of the Wake Up Crew. It is a Monday morning, so don't expect the mail today, and banks are closed.
I thought he was going to say don't expect a show today.
We're done. This should have been, well, I mean, technically we should have been off. We should have had a best of in for today, but.
Really?
The UPS store is closed. You know that
Maybe
they
we
use the
should-
same schedule as the post office, federal holidays for the UPS store. Just thought that was interesting.
Well, I guess they kind of work hand in hand.
United
You know?
Postal.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. We should take tomorrow off, John. Just me and you. Just take tomorrow off. You know, it's a holiday today and we have to work, so.
Each one of us take a turn doing the show by ourselves?
No, I just think.
just him.
Yeah, we just don't show up.
We'd get fired.
Oh, boo. Oh, no.
We've got to have a better attitude.
Yes, you do. Today is MLK Day. It's also Inauguration Day. And congratulations to the Stewart's Creek Band. They will be one of only two to perform.
Well, they pulled it off, didn't they?
TSC came through with $40,000 for their trip. How about that?
That's
Wish
pretty amazing.
Tractor Supply would give me $40,000.
Well, you're not playing at the inauguration.
Maybe I am. And my Venmo is.
I just thought that was kind of cool that they made their.
Well, I'm sure there were
budget.
other contributors too besides them.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
it's about
it was $120,000 was what they were raising.
Now, need to stipulate here that it's a little bit different than what originally they were going to do because of the cold weather in Washington this afternoon. They're not going to have the typical parade. So Stewart's Creek will not be able to perform in the parade route. Everything is kind of moving inside to an athletic arena, but they are trying to plan to work out a situation where they can perform, you know, with the Tennessee delegation and things of that nature. But I know there's excitement, but some disappointment with that. And they went on through with their plans to go to Washington because everything that they had booked and trying to get everything done, it's not refundable. So the change from the outdoor parade to the indoor facility because of the cold temperatures really forced a lot of people to make changes, and Stewart's Creek was one of those. But they're going to have an experience of a lifetime here and the recognition that they had the ability to go to Washington for that.
Okay.
That has to be very difficult, the length of time when they get the money. Who is in charge of, like, getting the rooms and...
Oh, I know.
Is that...
the logistics
Probably
of
the
it?
band director, I would say.
I mean, that's got to be terribly difficult.
I mean, you're taking
buses and
80 kids or whatever to Washington and
line the buses up and get the equipment in there. And
how do you feed everybody? You know, it's just like what the teams do on football, you know. Oakland going to Texas to play in Texas football.
And do they drive back that day,
and
the day of, or I guess they do probably.
I don't know.
It is probably a little easier because bands do that a lot. Bands do a lot of travel competitions.
I understand, but they do have plenty of time.
Leeway, yeah.
From the time they got the money to the time, I mean, did they plan, hey, if we get the money, we want to have it here. You know, we want to do this.
Well, yeah.
I guess that's had to be done that way, didn't it?
Probably.
The amount of time from when you are notified for the inauguration, I mean, it's only a month and a half or something like that.
That was a great endeavor by the band director then. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
The 1961 Central Tigers were the last to do that, and that was in JFK's inauguration.
I was just a little boy. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was 5.
You know, it's also most inaugural
-40.
most inaugural days. You know, it's always cold. It's going to be bitterly cold today, here and in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
So, how cold is it?
It's colder than a room full of ex-wives at a wedding.
It's pretty cold.
That is cold.
That's cold.
Yeah.
I found that lady on Facebook that does Southern Sayings, Instagram, and
well, you
she's
should
talking
have
about
told
the cold.
people that that's where you found it. That should be something that, that's original from the Wake Up Crew. You know, now they know our little secrets.
We are known here at WGNS for stealing. We're thieves. We're dirty, dirty thieves.
We steal
a lot.
We do take things.
That is Emma Baines, EZSNB on Instagram, Southern Sayings.
That's my aunt.
Is it?
Yeah.
A couple of little news items coming up here in a second after our song of the day. Keeping with the winter cold kind of theme, here's today's song of the day. That's Foreigner, Cold as Ice. Today's song of the day. And in the news, listen to this. The Houston Police Department and the Harris County DA's office has announced this week that they are having to change how evidence is stored and processed for criminal cases after a rodent infestation has caused issues. Rats are consuming the drugs in the evidence room.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
The cocaine, the marijuana.
The rats are high?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
4,000 pounds of marijuana and storage, and the rats are the only ones enjoying it. That's what the mayor said. Think about it. They are drug-addicted rats. How tough is that to deal with?
Wow, their withdrawals must be really bad.
I don't think they're getting to the point of withdrawal.
So much evidence is stored that's no longer needed, so they're trying to change the way that they do that. But I just thought that was really funny that, and it's not only the rats. They're saying that even some like roaches and that kind of thing, the insects, they're getting into it as well.
They don't get larger or anything, though, do they? Like giant killer rats or anything?
The rats start pumping iron because they're high on cocaine.
But could you imagine?
The most productive rat in history. He's filed for 4 business meetings.
He's just speeding around, just running around like super fast.
He started investing in stocks.
They also said that
So are they getting rid of the rats?
They are working to do that, but mostly it's a purge of evidence that's no longer needed. We had Cocaine Bear, now we'll have Cocaine Rat. That's the next movie.
Yeah.
Here's sports for you.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
NFL divisional playoff wins Sunday for Buffalo and Philadelphia. The Eagles in the snow defeated the Rams 28-22. Now, the Rams defense had 7 sacks. The Eagles had 5, and the Eagles had Saquon Barkley, who had 205 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Jake Elliott 3 for 3 on field goals. He did miss a couple of extra points. Philadelphia won despite only 2 receptions from A.J. Brown. The NFC Championship game is next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox TV. Washington at Philadelphia. They split their 2 regular season meetings. In the other game, Buffalo in the cold beat Baltimore 27-25. Josh Allen with 2 short touchdown runs in the second quarter. Tyler Bass kicked a 51-yard field goal early in the fourth. The Ravens missed 2 two-point passes in the second half. NBA wins at home for the Clippers in Sacramento, for Milwaukee and Oklahoma City.
You feel great at Adams Place.
Melanie teaches all of our exercise classes. I do the stretch and balance.
Alan Butcher.
Avis is our water aerobics instructor. It's really helped me to overcome some of my arthritis pain, and it's just a wonderful thing that we have here.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111.
Adams Place on Memorial across from Walmart.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Does your home need freshening up? Let our family at Farrah Construction help you. We do painting, new flooring, anything that you need. If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Farrah Construction offers high-quality craftsmanship, quick response, and attention to detail. For home restoration at a price you can afford, Farrah Construction can get the job done no matter how big or small it is. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
Here's today's Sunshine Nutrition segment featuring Kim Hillsman Dunaway. Kim shares ideas on how to get healthy, things you can do to change your lifestyle, small adjustments that make a big difference.
Today we're talking with Kim Hillsman Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center in both Murfreesboro and Smyrna. Kim, what's the topic today?
Well, today I think we can't get out of January without talking about diet. And it's always a hot topic. You know, what's the hot diet this year, right? Is it carnivore? Is it going to be this keto diet? Is it going to be this restrictive? And I'm not a fan of diets. I'm an anti-diet person because all they do is sort of restrict 1 or 2 or 12 food groups, right? Or intermittent fasting, which can be healthy, but I've oftentimes seen where it has led to disordered eating as well, or it leads to binge eating because then people just eat whatever they want within this window of time. What I'm a big advocate of is behavior change. So oftentimes when I'm counseling people with their diet, I don't take anything away initially. What I do is I add something to their diet. So it might be something simple as we're going to add a vegetable to your diet somewhere, right? And next month, we might add a fruit to your diet somewhere. And the goal of that is to really start to increase the things that we do instead of take away the things that we do. Because when we take away things, what people end up doing is they don't stick with it because it's not sustainable. All they're thinking about is what they can't do. Right. And they tend to binge on those things because they're not supposed to do it. Right. If I tell somebody they can't eat cookies, then if they get in front of cookies, they're going to eat 12 of them. Right. If I give them permission to eat cookies, but maybe we're just going to eat 2 or 3. And tomorrow, if you want 2 or 3, we're going to eat 2 or 3. Then there's no reason to binge. And so what we've done in that is we've created behavior change. And behavior change is what's going to stick more than some quick diet where you lose 50 pounds in a short period of time, right? Of course, with the GLP-1s, that's where a lot of people are heading, right? The Ozempics and the Mounjaros and those types of things. And of course, we may not know for 10 or 15 years if these things are good or not, right? And the whole reason that they work is because they keep you from eating a lot, right? You're decreasing the amount, which at the end of the day is how you lose weight, right? Eat less, move more, you're creating some type of a deficit, right? So when it comes to the Ozempics and the Mounjaros of the world and those types of things, that's ultimately what they're doing is they're creating a calorie deficit. What happens when you're off of those things and your appetite comes back? If you haven't had any behavior change, you're just going to go right back to those habits that you had before. So we have to do some kind of behavior change if we're going to be successful.
You don't want to be that person who's up and down in weight because you're constantly trying new diets because that's not healthy either.
It's not, and it gets harder and harder to get the weight off. And oftentimes that extra weight comes on with it, right? If somebody loses 40 pounds, they don't usually gain 40 pounds back. They gain 50 pounds or 60 pounds back instead, right? Which can be very frustrating, and they gain it much quicker than they got it off. So people don't like slow weight loss because it's instant gratification society. We used to have to go home and hit voicemail to find out who called us during the day, right? Now you get it on your watch, right? You don't even have to look at your phone. It's everything is so instant gratification. Weight loss is the same way. But if you lose 3 pounds a month, at the end of the year, you've lost nearly 40 pounds. But somebody will decide that that's not enough. They want to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. And instead, they end up at the end of the year, either they've lost no weight or they've actually gained weight. So wouldn't it have been more successful to have gone the slow weight loss mode instead, when your body can actually burn fat? Because guess what? When you lose a lot of weight in a short period of time, your body has to burn muscle in that same effect, right? So then you get weaker, which is a problem. People don't like the way that they looked when they do lose the weight. Then they want to lose more weight because they still have this problem and that problem because they didn't lose all fat. We've got to slow it down. We've got to have a little bit more patience and really focus on some of those long-term behavior changes.
And you can help people out with some of these goals they may have, with some of these ideas of things that they want to accomplish, but you can help them out with those things.
Right. I mean, we've always had a very knowledgeable staff. It's one of the things we've always hung our hat on. However, starting in February, we're actually going to be doing supplement consultations at the store with either myself as a dietitian, and then I've also got a partner who's a pharmacist who will be doing that as well. And having that tremendous background, and, because a lot of times people are on medications and they're trying to do supplements and they're like, they don't know what that looks like, what to do, where there's interactions. And so that'll be available for a small cost at the store starting in February. And that'll be really cool too. And we're also going to be starting to do, classes on a semi-regular basis as well to help to inform people about these topics as well.
And again, with us today, Kim Hillsman-Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center. And once more, tell us where you're located.
So in Smyrna, 901 Rock Springs Road here in Murfreesboro. We're located at 621 South Church Street. And of course, I have to always plug that Tuesdays are 25% off, right? And that's always a great way to save on a lot of the things we talked about this month.
Sounds great. Again, Kim Hillsman-Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center.
Sunshine Nutrition Center, with locations in Murfreesboro and Smyrna.
Start your day with the Wake Up Crew with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
I don't know. I guess if I could have another name, it would be Shane.
Shane! Yeah. Come back, Shane!
That's what I was thinking about.
News, traffic, weather, and fun every morning.
There's not much thinking that goes on this time of the morning, by the way.
Wow. Classic answer.
The Wake Up Crew, weekday mornings 6 to 7:50 on News Radio WGNS.
Hi, this is Stan with Parks Auction Company, and by now you've probably heard our commercials and know that we are committed to helping you increase your investments. Call 896-4600 to set an appointment with me or one of my team members. That's 896-4600. Parks Auction Company. We handle everything.
Market declines, unemployment, oil prices. Don't let headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. I'll work with you to help you understand the impact of short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a disciplined approach to investing. Call 615-907-7056 for an opportunity to discuss your situation. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Our daughter moved here and she wanted us to come down so she could take care of us. And so she put us here and we love it.
Residents at the Villages of Murfreesboro say it best.
The location here is excellent. Shopping, doctor's appointments, anything you want to do is right here.
I'm Hope Rogers. Visit the Villages of Murfreesboro. I'd love to give you a tour. The Villages of Murfreesboro is located at 2550 Willow Oak Trail.
We just love it here.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
If you're not waking up to the Wake Up Crew, here's what you've been missing.
Disgruntled Workers Day. At this moment, I am a disgruntled worker.
Don't miss the Wake Up Crew with John, Brian, and Dalton. Weekday mornings from 6 until Swap and Shop.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
It's so cold, the thermostat just gave me the middle finger.
It is definitely cold out there. Back here on the Wake Up Crew at 7:30 on a Monday morning. And yesterday we had birthdays from Jeff Holloway, Marshall Upton, Susan Russell, Melissa Burks, and Andrea Thompson. Today, Phyllis McCrary, Jeff Tenpenny, Nicole Bird, Elizabeth Bazell, and John Pittman, and Aaron Poole.
And if you or someone you know shares a birthday with any of these folks, super easy. Go ahead and get them into us. 615-893-1450 is the phone number. WGNSradio.com/birthdays is the website. And a delicious bowl of banana pudding from Slick Pig Barbecue is the prize. But it's your last chance to get them in, so go ahead and hit us up.
Help Murfreesboro secure more state funds to improve roads, parks, and more. This is Mayor Shane McFarland asking you to complete the special census at murfreesborocensus.com. It's quick and easy. That's murfreesborocensus.com.
At 7:31, we get a chilly forecast for you up here.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. A cold weather advisory remains in effect. And for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a high near 24, with the afternoon wind chills falling as low as -3. North-northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Into tonight, the chance of snow showers returns to the overnight under cloudy skies with a low around 13 degrees, with north-northeast winds around 5 miles per hour. I am weatherology meteorologist Jay Marslick with your Wake Up Crew forecast.
Right now it's 7 above.
Morning traffic looks good right now out here on 65 down through Millersville. Normally be a little bit heavier than this on 24 out through the Antioch area. That looks pretty decent at the moment. Coming in from Rutherford County into Davidson County. Still clear shot right now on 65 up through Franklin Brentwood through this section of Williamson County. When you need dependable towing, make sure you call STR Towing and Recovery here in Middle Tennessee. STRtow.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
A Virginia man has been arrested in Shelbyville, Tennessee on charges of attempting to have sex with a 10-year-old girl. James Howard Reed, Jr., a military contractor from Crewe, Virginia, was taken into custody Friday without incident. According to Shelbyville police, Reed allegedly traveled from Fort Campbell to meet the child with the intent to engage in sexual activity. He's now being held at the Bedford County Corrections Center with a bond set at $200,000. Officials are continuing their investigation and have encouraged anyone with information to contact the Shelbyville Police Department at 931-684-5811. This case underscores the ongoing efforts of law enforcement to combat child exploitation. And Purdue Farms has announced it will close its Monterey, Tennessee processing plant in late March, impacting more than 430 employees. The company cited declining market demands and changes in production methods as reason for the closure. In a statement, CEO Kevin McAdams called the decision difficult but necessary to ensure the company's long-term growth. Purdue, best known for its chicken products, says it will provide severance packages, extra pay, and job placement support for affected workers. Founded in 1920 and based in Maryland, Purdue Farms employs over 20,000 people nationwide. While the company continues to adapt as the industry shifts, the plant closure is a significant blow to the Monterey community. That's all for now. If you're looking for more local news in a quick and concise format, try out the Rutherford Roundup podcast, available wherever you listen, iTunes, YouTube, and Spotify. Whether you're walking the dog or getting your first cup of coffee in the morning, Rutherford Roundup has more than just the headlines to get you started with your day. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and I'll talk to you later.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
There's a lot going on here. Entertainers come in 3 or 4 times a week. I'm Greg Shannon. Come and check out Adam's Place. Of all the places we checked, it was by far the most comfortable. People make a difference in your life. And here, when we first got here, they come up and said, hey, join us for dinner. They just want you to be part of the community, Just feel so welcoming.
I'm Terry Deal. Call me about Adam's Place. Phone 615-904-9111. Memorial Boulevard, across from Walmart.
Are you shopping for lights?
We got it!
Doors?
We got it.
Flooring?
We got it.
Furniture?
We got it here at the Habitat Restore. 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today, but it may be gone tomorrow.
Find it at the Restore, yeah. We got it at the Habitat Restore. The Habitat Restore at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Turn to Turner Security.
Hey, it's Brian Barrett. Here at the radio station, we needed a security solution to keep the staff safe while also giving us some flexibility with guests entering the building. I've tried to find a solution for years, met countless representatives, and they all said it can't be done. That is, until I turned to Turner Security. Not only is it done, it's done right. For your home or business, take it from me, Turner Security is the only place I'd turn.
Turn to Turner Security. The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
7:35 our time. Wake Up Crew is the show. We're glad you're along with us here on News Radio WGNS. And it's time for us to endeavor to play Who Said That?
Who Said That? The mini game of mismatched quotes. So I'll give you a quote, and then I'll give you two options as to who said it, and you have to guess who it was. People all over the world recognize me as a spiritual leader. Was that Steven Seagal or Bob Marley?
Sounds Bob Marley-ish to me.
So, sounds like to me, but I could see Steven Seagal saying that too. He's so struck on himself. Yeah, we're going to go with Bob Marley.
The answer was Steven Seagal.
It's always the opposite in this game.
Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them that much. Was that Oscar Wilde or Drake?
Sounds Oscar Wilde-ish, so I'll say Drake.
I'll go with Drake.
It was Oscar Wilde.
I'm going to quit going with Brian.
A large income is the best recipe for happiness that I have ever heard of. Was that Jane Austen or Elizabeth Taylor?
Oh, I thought it was Donald Trump. Large income, what now?
A large income is the best recipe for happiness that I have ever heard of. Jane Austen or Elizabeth Taylor?
Boy, it got to be Elizabeth Taylor, don't you think?
I do, yeah, I think.
It was Jane Austen.
I think he's just actually saying the opposite.
Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Bradley Cooper or William Shakespeare?
If it's Bradley Cooper, I can't even think Bradley Cooper saying that, but what are you going to go with? Bradley Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was William Shakespeare.
Quit asking me.
I am a human being, and I fall in love, and sometimes I don't have control of every situation. Was that Princess Diana or Beyonce?
I don't have love in every situation.
I think Princess Diana, but it's
Yeah, let's
probably
see.
not.
It's Beyonce. You just need to start going with the opposite one, he says. Being powerful is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. Is that Madonna or Margaret Thatcher?
Margaret Thatcher, known as the Iron Lady.
No, Madonna?
It is Margaret Thatcher.
You got one right.
That's true. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Is that Elvis Presley or Plato?
Plato.
Elvis.
It is Plato.
Congratulations.
Elvis, thank you very much.
Wise men speak because they have something to say.
I don't get involved. I don't get involved in
Mama, fools speak because they say something.
I never said to be like me. I say to be like you and to make a difference. Is that Kylie Jenner or Marilyn Manson?
Say the quote one more time.
I never said to be like me. I said to be like you and make a difference. Kylie Jenner or Marilyn Manson?
Kylie Jenner would come up with something like that.
Marilyn Manson for me. That's where I'll go.
I'm going with Marilyn Manson.
That is correct.
All right.
Point to both of you.
Wait, what a teamwork.
I'm an instant star. Just add water and stir. Is that Zayn Malik or David Bowie?
I don't know. Who's Zayn Malik?
He's the One Direction member.
Say the quote one more time.
I'm an instant star. Just add water and stir.
And the other choice was?
David Bowie.
I'm going to go with the first guy.
What's your guess?
Not David Bowie.
I'll go opposite. What difference does it make?
It was David Bowie, correct, John.
Oh, I got one.
You can get spoiled, or you can't get spoiled if you do your own ironing. You can't get spoiled if you do your own ironing. Ariana Grande or Meryl Streep?
Meryl Streep.
That is correct.
Yeah, Ariana.
Ended on a good note.
Ariana Grande has never ironed a day in her life.
You don't want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Who Said That?
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
Did you know that participating in Murfreesboro Special Census could help bring more funding to our city? This is Mayor Shane McFarland. An accurate population count means more shared state revenue for things like road repairs, park improvements, and new sidewalks. It's quick and easy. Visit murfreesborocensus.com or look for a letter from the city with a prepaid return envelope.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Help Murfreesboro get its fair share. Visit murfreesborocensus.com, complete the special census today, and you could qualify for a $100 gift card.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'd like to help. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I am Charlotte Gardner. I've lived at Adams Place for 3 years.
Do you have entertainment?
3 times a week. There's always entertainment. Come on. You can find bridge partners. You can find card game partners. And Mahjong is a very popular game. You never lack for something to do. Never.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111.
Adams Place on Memorial, across from Walmart.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
This cold is meaner than a skillet full of rattlesnakes.
Yes, indeed. A very cold start to the week on this Monday, January 20th. It is MLK Day. It's Inauguration Day, so kind of a weird day in terms of a lot going on there. So just keep that in mind. Our friends at Middle Tennessee Electric power the Wake Up Crew. Their charitable foundation, Sharing Change, funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month, supporting hundreds of nonprofits. SharingChange.org online, where you can find them. Valerie Smith and all the staff at the Murfreesboro Water Resources are today's Good Neighbor of the Day for their awesome work moving from their Broad Street location over to Robert Rose. Fast and efficient move. You know, they're our last neighbor. We're the last person standing here on this whole corner block now.
That's right.
Except for the computer shop downstairs.
Well, that's true. Yes, that is very true. The staff at Murfreesboro Water Resources receiving the flowers today from Jenny Harrison and our friends at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, along with News Radio WGNS, today's Good Neighbor of the Day.
Time for the dad joke of the day.
Replay. Hey, what do you call a hippie's wife?
I don't know what.
Mrs. Hippie?
Replay.
Boo! Get this guy off the stage!
Wow.
Now somebody, anybody, everybody scream!
Your jokes are amazing.
You know what I'm going to start doing to combat his sound effects? I'm just going to carry up here a bucket of tomatoes for us so we can throw them at him when his jokes are bad.
Wow, that'd be fun.
What have we learned today?
Well, we talked about the weather. Very cold.
Just how cold is it?
It's so cold the Statue of Liberty put the torch inside her dress.
It's pretty
They
cold.
get less funny every time I hear one.
Bob Uecker died. David Lynch passed away.
Yes.
Weight loss. We discussed our weight losses, and right now it's a close race between Brian and Dalton. So what's your total?
7.
7. And you're now 5.5? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. No, it's more than that, isn't it? Oh, I guess not. You had 3. No, 4.5. 4.5. Okay.
2 and 2.5.
He's creeping up.
Yep.
I ate a dozen boxes of chocolate-covered donuts. We also played a game of Who Said That, and you had a good little segment in the early part of your, which is unusual. You talked about some things. What did you talk about in that first segment?
Those rats that are high on cocaine.
Yeah, the rats.
In Houston.
Eating that cocaine.
Yeah, and marijuana.
Cocaine, yeah. Man.
Well, after you have an upper, you need a downer.
I guess they're happy. I guess they're happy rats.
I guess so. Rats and roaches and whatever else.
Oh, my.
So,
Yep, and the Stewart's Creek Band, they're in Washington. The inaugural parade has been changed. I mean, it's an indoor venue. There's not an outside parade, so that kind of thing kind of changed the plans. But those students still going up there, and they'll get to perform for someone. They've put together a special set, so looking forward to hearing how that went.
I'm sure they'll do great.
I'm sure they will. I saw one of the drums. They have a special, I don't know how they do that, but like where you beat the drum, you can put a design on it or whatnot. It's got the Stewart's Creek logo and the White House or the Capitol building or something. They've done some special work to that, so pretty cool.
A lot of money for 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Big boost, though, to the school.
But it's an honor.
Yep.
Sure is.
Next on the Wake Up Crew, the stupid, silly stat of the day.
At birth, John, well, no, I did that one the other day. Iceland. Do you know that Iceland does not have a railway system?
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought it was a joke. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't have one.
No, it's nothing about hippies.
No.
Hippie's wife, Mississippi. Oh, you guys. Here's our song of the day. It's continuing with the cold theme. That's Foreigner, Cold as Ice. And that